Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're here. We got art. Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hello.
It's art day.
Hello, hello.
All right, make sure we can hear everybody okay and that everybody's volume is all right. It looks okay on my end, but that's never always the case. But welcome. This is the set that Dapper's been working at. You'll notice I'm a little bit small in the corner. That won't be the case when we're playing live. But for now, while we're doing art, we're all tiny. And we're all me-sized for once. Haha.
Makes sense.
How did you do this? What magic?
Magic.
I am a literal magician. I can do this too. Ta-da! Look at that. You want to say hi? Tell everybody who you guys are?
No.
Yeah.
That's fine. Don't. See if I care. Everybody's difficult whenever I'm the one in charge. I see how this is how this is gonna go, isn't it?
Yeah, just
You're all going to the brig.
trying to prepare you for your new job.
For anybody who doesn't know, I'm playing the captain in the new in the next season of our Star Trek. I'm Chesh. I do Debate Hub, which is mostly discussion and debate. That is more of like of a more erect variety as opposed to the flaccid variety of Debate Me Bros. I also do like my own trolley shenanigans on my own channel, but today we're live on Top Hats Off doing the art. What are you guys up to?
Nothing.
Not much.
Not much.
No.
Not much. So today I'm going to be working on... Do we even have a name for this character? What's this character's name? This is your character, right?
Billy. Yes.
Yes.
Well, their purpose or their whale name is unpronounceable, but their human name is Billy.
How do you spell it?
Billy.
Like Billy the Fridge?
Billy the Fridge? More like Billy the Kid. I don't know.
Billy and Mandy.
Oh. I haven't seen that name.
We just spend the rest of the stream listing all the Billies we know.
Alex from the chat said, I didn't know Starfleet allowed goblins to become captains of their own ship. Sir Ferengi. Ferengi joined Starfleet.
I'm not sure if a Ferengi actually managed to work up to captain, but technically it's allowed.
As of the time that we're playing in for this crew, it's pushing it for a Ferengi to be a captain. Why do I know this? I tried to play a Ferengi. Deborah was like, And I was like, okay. I'm not married to it.
There are Ferengi in Starfleet, but yeah, captain is a stretch. But
Captain's
technically it's allowed.
It's not illegal.
Yeah.
So, this is your character. You want to tell us a little bit about them?
We had this problem before, right? You remember?
No, I forgot immediately.
Okay.
I asked a little bit about them. I didn't ask for like their whole profile.
My answer was there's not much to tell yet because I haven't worked out their personality or backstory yet.
Well, it's a good thing we're live right now. You have a whole slew of people that'll give you ideas if you want them.
Yeah, I don't want them.
You heard him. Fucking
My
chat.
character, not theirs. They can make their own.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You can't trust chat.
You can
Every
never
time I trust chat, I have a bad day.
Also, if you have a Hebrew keyboard, press chat in chat to pay respect.
Can't you just download a Hebrew keyboard?
Probably, yeah. There are software keyboards which you can use for all stuff.
That might just be my assumption. I've never done it. I know that, like, in Canada, if you get
I've
a
done it
computer...
before if I needed to type something in Russian, and I have one on my smartphone if I use Duolingo to learn Swedish, because they have a couple of characters that I don't have.
Is it true that the Duolingo bird is dead?
I think there was a newspaper article, but on the other hand, who knows? It has been a skeleton and a zombie before, so who knows?
I have definitely seen different mascots taking credit for it. I've seen Cheetan implying that Cheetan's the one who killed them. I've seen the Top of the Morning Sunshine coffee from Jacksepticeye's coffee brand just making threatening posts.
On the other hand, it has been heavily implied that the Duolingo owl has access to at least some intercontinental ballistic missiles, so who knows?
Huh?
There is a meme where someone has two notifications on their phone, and the first one is, "You forgot to do your Spanish lessons today, you know what that means." And right under that is missile attack in Gaza.
Oh no! What is that really cool screen you're using? I've seen them, but I don't know what they're called. Maybe I'll get one of my own. This? The tablet? If you're asking me about this tablet, this is an XP Pen tablet. It's a 22-inch. Actually, SAR is the one down and got it for me. It's fantastic. It's huge. But it is
It's
specifically
huge.
the
It's
XP
the best
Pen.
tablet.
Yeah,
Can do the best art.
if you're looking to get into doing digital art and you're looking at getting in tablet and you want a screened tablet, I would definitely go with XP Pen because they're going to be the cheapest variety and you can get like a smaller one. If you get like the XP Pen Pro 12 or the 13, it's not going to run you an arm and a leg, and so if you hate it, you're not going to have like massive amounts of regret. If you want one that's, I still would, even for any beginner, would recommend an XP Pen. The Huion, I don't know about. The Wacom, I hate. I personally hate Wacom. They're terrible. I have a rage boner for them. And then I have had a Gaiman, and the Gaiman's pretty good. XP Pen is my favorite though, personally, and they're affordable. They're plug and play. They have lots of fun buttons on the side if you get a button one. But yeah, it's an XP Pen, and the program I'm using is called Krita, and it is a free program. It's krita.org, and they have extra brushes, and they have all kinds of free crap. And it's it's a program that's more dedicated to digital art as opposed to photo editing, which is what you have for Photoshop. Anybody who's doing digital art, like canvas painting, like I'm doing right now in Photoshop, is already kind of finagling what they're doing with their pens and stuff because it's not really designed for that. It's more of like an additional feature, as opposed to Krita, which is designed for that purpose specifically. So the photo editing in it isn't as good, but the canvas work is better as opposed to Photoshop, which is the photo editing is better as opposed to the canvas work, which is more difficult. His XP Pen before the Vista Pen. Yes, actually, there is no Vista Pen, so technically, yes.
So, here you go.
Let me know if you have any more questions. I mean, GIMP is fine. I don't hate GIMP. GIMP. Spelled like that.
She doesn't hate gimps.
I mean, they're fine. Krita, I like better.
Send in the GIMP.
Is that allowed now? Is that against the rules? I don't know. That's just what the name of the program is. Don't come for me. I've already got enough people mad at me, alright? Like, oh my god, I made everybody mad. Everybody mad last week. Holy shiznig, dude. Crazy.
I'm sure if you ask the GIMP, he's okay with being called a GIMP.
Well, I think Vic complained a lot.
Oh my god. Everyone was so mad at me. I feel like I was just saying the obvious, but
You're
Well,
not
does Puck
allowed to
enjoy the
speak.
snow?
You're a goblin.
Yes. Oh, well, that
if
too.
he doesn't want to be called an Adobe Acrobat file type, he shouldn't be acting like one.
An Adobe Acrobat file type. Do you mean a PDF? That's such a
Yes.
long-winded way to say that, and I low-key love that. That's great. Uniform
It's a PDF
question.
file.
Mm.
It's a PD file.
Do your flippers, are they just fully covered, or do they have like little wristies?
I think in the book where they have a picture, they have like small that the uniform starts to go over the flippers, but it doesn't cover them fully.
So more on the shoulder end of the thing.
Like a
I don't
t-shirt
know.
or a long sleeve shirt?
Yeah, exactly. He's probably looking.
Yeah, which is it's in the lower decks books, so it's a little bit cartoony style, but yeah, they go out a little bit onto the flippers, but only like a tiny amount. So it looks like they have arms, but
Okay, so it's a little bit further up than what I have it right now. Okay. Oh, wrong layer. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, we're keeping like this sketchy style, but also like cleaning it up a little bit more than this brush is. This brush is little like this brush is really if I zoom in on it, you guys can see how it's like very pixeled and it's got like this fade in around it. We're not gonna work with that because it's good for like rough lining, so you're not too it helps me because it stops me from like committing too hard to the sketch. But we'll use this one, which is a far cleaner line, but still like a more sketched variety. Is that Dapper yelling at me? Dapper, are you yelling at me?
maybe.
Oh my god. Okay, it's like a t-shirt. Okay. GIMP is a lot of FFmpeg. It's great for reading ancient file types or creating exactly the type of file type. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it did that. If I did know it did that, I've forgotten that it did that. How pasty is your blorbus here?
Pretty much. I I actually tried to look up if there are color and markings variation in beluga whales, but it appears to be not really a thing. So they are more or less uniformly white.
So
And since playing a
Really?
cetacean is already kind of out there, I didn't want to be super special and have like a ultra rare birthmark or something.
Do you want a scar somewhere?
I don't feel like that is something that would be very typical in Star Trek. So if you have something that you want to do to give it a little bit more character or something, I'm fine with that. On the other hand, again, being a cetacean is already kind of out there. So it can be the basic milk toast variety of beluga whale and it's still special. So
Okay. The milkiest of toast. Got it.
and We are
I'm
not
wondering,
talking
like,
about the fancy French toast here. We're talking about Wonder Bread right out of the plastic bag.
right out of the bag.
Yeah, not even toasted, just stuff it in your face. 3 a.m. in front of the fridge, and the only food left is a half a bottle of ketchup and Wonder Bread.
Ugh. That sounds terrible.
It is terrible. Have you never made ketchup sandwich?
I've never had to stoop to making a ketchup sandwich.
Ah, we see. Chash is part of the bourgeoisie.
High class. Never had a ketchup sandwich. Listen, I've done some shit. That is not one of them.
Okay.
I've done some shit to get by, and ketchup sandwich is not one of those things. Then again, I also was like not somebody who would be like if I like when I have not had that much money, I would not be spending my money on ketchup.
Well, to be fair, ketchup is one of the things that you buy when you have money, and they are still in the fridge when you don't have any money anymore.
Yeah.
And also, ketchup is surprisingly cheap if you compare it with stuff like pasta sauce and shit that you can use it for a lot, even though it's kind of bad at it.
Yeah, I'd be more likely to eat like bread and butter or like just bread than I would put ketchup on it.
Just eat the butter.
I would rather just have more bread than buy ketchup.
Also, it's not that long ago in Germany that it was very hard to get peanut butter. Today, I would probably just have a big jar of peanut butter, but when I was younger, that was pretty expensive, and I think in America or Canada, peanut butter is something that most people just have in their pantry or something.
Peanut butter
And
used to be
peanut
cheaper.
butter
It's been
is
really
better than
expensive
ketchup
recently.
on bread, yeah.
Yeah, ramen's a classic.
Yeah. But just pasta with ketchup also works.
What?
Yeah, you just boil pasta, put ketchup on it, and you can eat it.
No.
And ketchup is technically a vegetable.
No. I
She will
reject
not.
whatever this is. I'm rejecting it.
I see.
The closest you're gonna get me to having ketchup on like bread is if I dip some grilled cheese in it. That's about it. This is as close as you're gonna get.
Pasta is not bread,
No.
even
This
though
is
it's
true.
carbs.
Then again, I would also just rather eat pasta with salt. I would rather just not with the ketchup. I would rather buy onions and then just throw onions in it because like that would be an equivalent price. Or like literally anything. Tuna. I wouldn't even like that and I would
True.
still choose that over ketchup.
So pasta with tuna is not bad, but you need a little bit more than just pasta and tuna. Yeah.
Some mayonnaise.
Yeah, some onions, some olive oil.
All I'm saying is that when you're poor, you learn to eat poor and just ketchup I just reject and I just get other things instead. So you don't learn how to be a starving artist without learning some tricks, all right?
You don't learn how to be an artist without starving.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, if you're rich, you're not relatable. It's called being a sellout. I would like to point out though, given the opportunity, I would sell you all out for a heartbeat. Like that, like.
I think a heartbeat is important. So if I had the option to give up my heartbeat or you, I would probably give up you.
That's fair. All I'm saying is holla holla get that dollar. Dollar bill, yo. I have a
Which
question.
again reminds me of the fact that there is a prosperity gospel preacher that is called Creflo Dollar. And the worst part is not that he is called Creflo Dollar. The worst part is that he's not the worst one that exists.
I have a lore question about your character.
Mm-hmm.
Your little icon communicator thing. How big is it? Cause like, is it extra big for you? Is it like the size of a YouTube play button?
Though to be fair, beluga whales are not that big. They are a little bit bigger than humans, but that's more like because they have more mass. It's not like they are giant.
So it's bigger, but not necessarily like like a semi truck tire.
Well,
big.
to be fair, beluga whales are up to 15 feet long, but most of that is in the fluke and not in their body. So
is that a yes?
I would assume, especially since all the pictures I've seen, it looks to be in the same proportion to the uniform, that it is actually bigger because the uniform would be bigger. But I think it is weird because from a modern standpoint, it doesn't make any sense. But in Star Trek, replicators exist. So you can just replicate one at any size you want. And then you can have them to be proportional to everyone. In modern terms, probably communicators would be all the same size, even if you were tiny or if you were giant. But in Star Trek, they are always proportional to the uniform.
Mass production on crack.
Yeah.
One more question. Do you want an eyebrow?
I don't think beluga whales have eyebrows. I don't think they have any body hair at all.
Could just be the muscle, without it actually being hair.
Maybe. If you think it looks better.
What kind of attitude do you want this character to have in general?
Very gung-ho, don't care about the rules, just do it. So...
Your beluga's a cowboy?
A little bit... Kinda.
Hell yeah.
Hey, he enlisted in Starfleet because he wanted to fly a really fast starship, but he didn't want to go to the academy and do all the boring stuff.
He got the zoomies. Belugas are adorable. Yeah, I agree. Except for their knees. Their weird legs.
Yeah.
That aren't real legs. They just look like legs. Oh my god, you had to learn how to eat sheep without wheat. The only thing I can think of that's worse than having like a gluten allergy and being poor at the same time is being like allergic to corn and being poor at the same time in America. Because everything is made out of fucking corn in America. It's insane.
There's corn in everything.
It's in everything.
I think the only thing that doesn't have corn is probably cheap cornbread.
How ironic.
Yeah, we're not sure where FTFE is. He has not checked in with us, but he should be off to do debate things.
Yeah,
with... he's hanging out with some shitheads right now for reasons.
Earthers, but we hope not.
Yeah, he's gonna go hang out with idiots and dumbasses and morons. Oh my.
Yeah. Well,
Somebody's got to do it, allegedly. I don't know. I'm not in charge.
yeah, I'm not sure the world would collapse if no one did it. On the other hand, I'm actually paying Dapper to do something very similar, so I'm not in the position to complain.
I mean, I guess if it's like... Listen, holla holla, get that dollar. Like I said, I'd sell you all out for a fucking Klondike bar. I don't give a shit.
I'm paying you $2 a month to entertain me.
If Ben Shapiro paid me $100,000 a month, I'd fucking chill for his shit. Probably. Maybe.
My
I
point
don't know if that's
of
true.
view is
I'd
that
probably be like,
YouTube
what?
channels who have a lot of those sketchy sponsors like Raid Shadow Legends or stuff like that is, dude,
Funny.
I am happy you got that money. I'm not installing that, and I know it's shit. And there have been a lot of people who have been very openly talking about how shit it is. But
Yeah.
hype it up and tell me about War Thunder next. I don't care, but I hope you get paid well.
I have said multiple times on my channels that if I get a sponsor, do not listen to a damn word I'm saying because I cannot be trusted.
Yeah.
My goblin sensibilities are not the same as your human sensibilities.
She says shiny. That's it. that's
Yes.
what it takes.
We know what Chesh would do for a Klondike bar. Well, you know. Listen.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. Alright.
Jeff would probably sell us out for a chocolate coin. Doesn't even have to be a real gold coin.
Klondike bars are like extra big, special ice cream sandwiches.
Special.
What color is your uniform?
Since he's a pilot, he would be in the con division, which is command, which should be red.
Okay. It's
If
like that dark
I'm not
red, right?
correct, then listen to what Dapper says.
War Thunder serves an important function in facilitating the leaking of military secrets.
Oh, yes, that is very
Lieutenant
true.
Matt, who's been a member for 1 month.
I am pretty sure that there are intelligence assets that have War Thunder accounts just for that shit.
Just for that shit. I mean, that's what I would be doing if I was working for Ben Shapiro for $100,000 a month. I would be undermining
But
everything
leaking
that
his
they're
secrets
doing
on the
everywhere
War
I
Thunder
go,
forum?
because I do that in every place. Any place that has hired me to do work for them, I have almost ran them out of business.
Okay.
Don't at me.
Well,
I'm looking at my references.
I know that is also a contentious topic, but couldn't you have tried harder with Steve?
I can't make him any worse. Have you
No,
seen
but-
that
but-
channel or what he's doing? That dude is so ran into the ground. It's not. What do you want me to do?
That is the problem. You can't make him any worse, but he still exists. And I know I've been joking about that, but at the moment I'm really worried that he actually has brain damage.
I mean, he probably does
Have
have
you
brain
listened
damage.
to
I
what
wasn't
he's been
kidding when I
saying?
said that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The worst part that I'm in another server where someone has been regularly posting Kyle's new show.
Kyle's got a new show? Nobody told me that. Oh shit.
I haven't thought that often that maybe Kyle wasn't that bad in a long time, but
Hey, Dapper.
he now low-key makes sense. I think
a
that's
question
the
for you.
wrong color.
What are you doing?
Yes, that is the wrong color.
Look at,
Look
Tyrion's
at my
actual
uniform.
I'll get there. Calm down. Good God.
The red
Why don't
is
you
just
trust
a
my
placeholder
process?
for black.
That doesn't make a lick of sense to me, but okay, I'll shut up. Bye!
I never
Why
heard
are
of
you
a red
leaving?
stream.
I'm here because I'm very, very confused about you making a very, very obviously wrong uniform.
Yeah, I was just about to say the color doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I was
Uh-oh.
looking at the other
What's she
one.
doing? Oh, yeah, you're looking at the wrong uniform. That was
Yeah,
just
I
for
was looking
the
at
lines on the
this
fins.
uniform. I was looking at no, hold on. I was looking at that one.
Yeah, that is not the
Yeah, that's
Deep
just
Space
to show
Nine
where
uniform. That is the lower
fins
decks
go.
uniform. Yes.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are so complicated.
It's literally the same uniform as you put on your captain.
I don't remember what I did with the captain. It's
Just
been
look at the
like a
image
month.
again. I
I
assume it's
don't
on your
remember. Just
I can't
look
be
at
held
me.
responsible for these things. I found Kent Hovind. Somebody sent me a clip of Kent Hovind saying some crazy
Well, that's
shit
unfortunate.
on Rumble, so I'm gonna have some fun watching that this week. Because I never get to talk about Kent Hovind stuff. And I asked Dapper to come on and talk to me about it and watch it with me, and he said no.
Yeah, because I don't want to visit from the SS.
Fair, I guess.
Yeah. So okay, so the red's only around the collar, like on Tyrese.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yes.
I'm scrolling all
I'll
the way
leave
up.
you alone now. Bye.
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 So that should give you an idea of how bad whatever Kent Hovind said was. That, like, Dapper doesn't want to come on and talk about it because, like, he's gonna get deported.
Yeah.
I give up. The red should be up here. There we go. And then this should be down here. The pants are still the black color, right?
Yeah, the pants are just black. It's basically the pants up to this collar. The whole uniform is black, and then the
It's the gray,
shoulders
yeah,
are
that's
dark
right,
gray,
that's
and
right.
the colorful part is only the undershirt and the stripes on the cuffs.
I always liked Kyle more
Though
than
I
Steve.
don't think the beluga whale one would have the stripes because they don't have that. But I don't know. Maybe it fits. I don't know.
Like this, I guess? I think the red needs
Yeah,
to be a little
kinda.
darker.
Kinda.
There we
It
go.
depends. There are some different varieties. As you can see with me, you basically can't see the red. You can only see it here. But there
Yeah.
are some where it goes a lot higher.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it because I think it makes sense for your character to have like a little bit of more like that turtlenecky style because then we can actually see the color. Because I think if we put it just as an undershirt because like you're a beluga whale covered in fat rolls, I think that it would just disappear.
Yeah, it's also something that for humans it makes sense to have this on the shoulders, but yeah, on the beluga neck it just looks like a turtleneck, but
It just
because
disappears.
They don't have the square shoulders. Yeah.
I think everybody liked Kyle more than Steve. I think that was kind of the point. Like, it was part of the dynamic of the show that Kyle was supposed to be the charismatic one, and Steve's always been a bit of a pill. That was part of like the dynamic. You were supposed to like Kyle more than you liked Steve.
Yeah. Though to be fair, in hindsight, it feels a lot like they deserved each other because they are both assholes.
Oh, fair, yeah, that's a sure. You're not gonna get an argument from me. I think.
You do?
No.
Are you?
No. My brain has been off like all week. That's one of the reasons why you haven't seen me too much. Is I've been busy and also brain off. No thinky. No big brainy thinky times.
The
Not
other
happening.
thing was snowstorms, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. That was just why I didn't do one stream, but I didn't. You'll notice that I didn't actually stream other than that either. I was just like, no.
Hello.
Hello.
You are
Welcome.
muted.
Greetings from
Hello
a
there.
laptop.
That's exciting.
I would say sounds good, but it doesn't.
Wait, how bad is it?
It's not that bad. I've heard
It's
worse.
not that bad. It's just noticeably worse than your other microphone, but it's not like ear bleeding or stuff.
Okay, the funny thing is, it is the same headset.
Okay, yeah, then that's probably just software.
It's the
Who knows?
laptop ability to use it is different.
No think, only puck. Yes. Accurate.
Yes.
I don't know.
I thought
Everything
I'd
was
hop in
so
and see what
dumb.
you guys are up
Everything
to.
was so incredibly dumb. I'm trying to figure out like what I'm even supposed to do at this point because like there's no there's no conversation left. I'm like there's nothing there's no what am I supposed to do? Keep preaching to the choir? You guys know what racism is. You guys have seen racism, and the people that I'm talking about and their fan base are just in full denial. And so it's like, what? How? What do we do with
Yeah.
this? What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't help you. That's where I'm
I
at.
don't think there is a solution to that, yeah. But it
Could I make the whale big? I mean, theoretically. The whale is infinitely large and infinitely small because you have no frame of reference for how big the whale is.
that is
Yeah,
true.
like there's the Empire State Building could be in one of those squares. You don't know.
Giganto. Yeah, I'll probably have a conversation on my channel not too long from now, just being like, what do we even do here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we here? What is this? Like, it's one thing to like I
Just
can
to
have
suffer,
Landon
just
on
to
and have a conversation about like how to contact and communicate with your local politicians, right? Like that's helpful, that's useful, that's for Debate Hub. But what do I do? Everything's too stupid. We've hit the bottom. What do we do when we hit the bottom?
Keep shoveling, boys.
There is nothing more to shovel. We're out. We hit the other side. It's too stupid. I've legitimately seen the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my life, and I actually think that I've hit the bottom. Like, it's beyond denial. It is actually insane, and I can't even talk about it because it's all like stuff that's happened in the background that I can't share right now. And I'm just like, I'm leaving. I'm retiring. It just can't get any more dumb. I don't even know what to do.
Well, a German comedian that I'm a big fan of actually did this a couple of years ago, that he basically said, I've been doing this same comedy routine for over 5 years now because politics are so fucked and nothing happens and everything stays the same bad thing that I'll just retire. And if you want to know my opinion about current politics, watch my old program. It's still the same. Everything sucks and everyone is stupid.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I just retire.
The problem with retiring is you kind of need a nice cushion of money, or you're not retiring, you're just changing to a worse job.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the time to grift, boys. Time to grift.
Have you thought about maybe minting a goblin coin?
Okay,
Ooh, now you sound very much better.
for
Hello
some
there.
ungodly reason, I had to register this thing as both a jacked-in microphone and as a headset.
Hmm.
I
Don't understand it either, but it sounds better.
Oh.
Meh.
Windows.
Yeah,
Oh, God, I see
Windows.
the Gobbo plush in the background, Shesh.
It's holding on to my last nerve.
Oh no,
No.
he fell. He's fallen.
Is that a scented candle or drugs?
Yeah, it's a scented candle.
That reminds me of one of my favorite scenes from the Orville, where the Klingon. No, I think it was the android. I don't remember. Someone sees the Kermit plush on the captain's desk and asks if he is a relative of his family or a famous alien, and then the Captain Mercer just says, "No," he said, "I adore and try to emulate."
He's my inspiration. Kermit the Frog?
Yes.
I don't know. There's like
It's
a
not
few
easy
different
being
types. There's a
green.
few different things of Kermit where like maybe Kermit isn't the best person to be idolizing.
Do we have that clip of Kermit shooting at that van on standby?
I don't
Oh,
know
what
that.
was it? Was hang on. Do I have it? Oh God, you guys haven't used the integrated chat
I just
since
like
I
how
left.
panicked Dapper was about the uniform that he had. He felt the need to come in and then left.
Most people don't use it a lot.
It's too red. Or, wait, no, it's gray. Sorry.
I am Kermit the Frog.
Am I becoming colorblind somehow?
The fuck is Gulf of America? No, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Everything is really. As much as I predicted that 2025 was gonna get crazy and weird real quick, bro, we hit the ground going at 110. We're speed running. What are we speed running? Where are we going? I don't know. Ooh, with the new season of our show, we're gonna get to make new like ensign characters.
Yes, I'll be using a lot of supplemental characters because I will probably not leave the ship very often.
So we should tell people if you're a member of the channel, you're likely to become one of those supplemental characters.
Yes, and I will try my best to get you killed as often as possible.
Wonderful. Fantastic. You know, George Takai is on Blue Sky. Do you think we should tell him about our show? Or Dapper's show?
Yes, absolutely.
Should we all just spam
You
at him?
can tell him. I don't know if we are big enough for him to care, but no one is stopping
Listen,
it.
it's not about big, it's about quality.
Yeah.
It's not about
Okay.
big, it's about how you use it.
Listen, no, I was explaining this the other day, and I've said it a couple of times on my channel, but it bears repeating because this has come up again in my comment section. Numbers are an illusion. All YouTube numbers tell you is that you convinced the algorithm, you convinced bots that your stuff should be shown to other people. It doesn't actually mean anything. It has no indication of actual value or of like how good your argumentation is or how good your production is. It is all just whether or not you decided to chase the algorithm or if you got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
if your
sometimes
sometimes well in the algorithm, that's not a reflection on, oh, I didn't do a good job. No, that just means the bot don't like you. And the robot's feelings do not matter. Sorry.
No. And also it's not some weird reason. I think it's money and problem with technology. No one can actually control machine learning algorithms as much as they like to pretend they do. YouTube doesn't even support their own system. I'm following a YouTuber who has basically a simple animated videos about his D&D campaign, And for every normal episode where he tells the story, he has an extras episode where he tells behind the scenes stuff and shows the stats of the monsters or explains other things. And of course, those don't get as much watch time as the main episodes. And for most of the time, he just had them both on his channel, and there was an official playlist where you had only the normal episodes, one where you only had the extras episodes, and one where normal episode, then the extra that is for that episode, and then the next. And now, apparently, YouTube gave him a message where they said, if you want to improve your channel, take those videos and put them on a different channel because they drop down your watch time, and that means that the algorithm doesn't prioritize your channel as much. And he tried to do that, but that basically means that the mixed watch list can't be officially on his channel anymore, because half of the videos aren't his channel's videos. And there's no way to tell the system that these are both of my channels, they are just different. And it's not possible to link these together in any way that makes it usable, and it just sucks.
The system is not really set up for anything, but it's the dead internet theory, right? So like dead internet theory meaning that like nothing is actually the bots are only interacting with bots. There's no actual people on the internet anymore. And Google or ABC doesn't understand how its own algorithm works. So it can tweak stuff, but it doesn't actually understand it. So.
Which everyone who actually knows how machine learning works should know that, because you can't control really how machine learning works. You can just control the outcome. You put data in and you look if what comes out suits you or not. But you can't tell the computer how to do it. That's not how it works. And I think that is the problem with YouTube, that they are relying on the algorithm so much that they don't even know what good videos are themselves anymore.
Well, they also don't know how to, like, they do know maintenance, which I think is something you mentioned a minute ago. They don't actually maintain their own. There's no preventative maintenance. They don't know how to fix anything. They only know how to make slight tweaks and then fingers crossed to see what happens.
Yeah, and then they do weird stuff like removing dislikes and removing annotations and screwing up playlists and shit like that.
Yeah, it turns out that actually makes it harder for the algorithm to function, which is a wild concept.
One thing that I still don't understand, and I'm not sure if they changed it sometime, or it's just that some content creators actually do the work and some don't, that most apparently automatic watch lists or playlists put the episodes in the wrong order. I'm following a podcast right now who is there are two guys who have a lot of history of talking about Star Trek, and they both watched Babylon 5 for the first time, which is
fun.
a series I really like. And the playlist is nice on the one hand because it has all episodes and I don't have to go looking for them, and especially because the watch next feature in YouTube is basically totally broken right now, and it doesn't work for that anymore. But they're all backwards. So the automatic order would be from the last episode to the first episode, and there's no way to flip that. I can tell YouTube I want to watch all these episodes in a random order for some reason. Who does that? But I can't tell it I want to watch it from oldest video to newest video. And why does that not exist? That has to be a thing that is very, very common.
From the creator end, you can pick forward or backward, but it doesn't let you change it if you're the viewer.
Yeah, and that is another thing.
It's detrimental to, it's wacky. It doesn't...
Yeah, this has made the watching, well, There's Your Problem, that podcast, very difficult for me.
Yeah.
Because their entire playlist is just screwy.
Yeah. That is another thing. I had another playlist where it was even weirder, where it was like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Why?
It might also have to do with like upload. So if they uploaded them in that order as opposed to like actually numbering them and putting them in the playlist in that order, that can do it
Yeah,
as
but
well. But you don't
with-
have, as a content
yeah.
creator, you can't like upload one and then put it in between them in a playlist. You have to remake the playlist. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Which is also weird and stupid because I know if you just make a playlist, you can shuffle things around. Why does that not work for the automatically generated playlists? That should be the same function.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
YouTube's got some weird
But yeah,
ideas.
that feels like stuff where Google is just like, "Nyeh, we don't care."
I think it's like it's not
They
only
literally
that we don't really care that much because they're making the money regardless, and they forgot that their actual money making machine is the content, not the not the advertising. Like the advertising is the direct money, but the way you get advertising is by having good content, right? So people are interested in watching.
Which
Whatever.
is
Point being, you need to
something
invest
that
in
Disney
the
Plus is learning right now, that if no one watches your shows, it doesn't matter how many ads you play.
right. Exactly. So besides that, I think they earnestly actually just don't know how to control their algorithm anymore, and so because they don't know how to control it, they don't know how to fix it.
And
So they're just
therefore
throwing
they
things
just
at the
don't
wall
bother.
and being like, "It's working, I promise." Because like, how are you gonna sell advertising space when you can't guarantee that where they want to put the advertising space is even gonna exist tomorrow? I think they should give content creators options to opt out or in to certain types of advertising as well. So like if I don't want to have religious advertising on my channel, I should be allowed to be like, no religious advertisements.
No, sorry, that Church of Scientology ad is getting slapped on your video.
That is also one thing that I find very irritating, that on the one hand they can basically go, no, your video is not suitable for advertisers because it has certain topics, but they have a lot of advertisements that are really shit and have a lot of the same topics. So
Yeah.
history channels can't talk about anything that has to do with war or slavery or discrimination of any kind, but then you have advertisement for games like War Thunder that also have big guns and warships in them. Or you have advertisements for some weird cults and Jehovah's Witnesses and Scientology, which are very politically and very religiously charged. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Or even if you go the other way and say you might get an advertisement for Gaza. In Canada, I'm getting advertisements for Pierre Poilievre and his campaign, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Oh god, the Carrie Lake advertisements. Ugh.
Yeah.
Disgusting woman. Dapper knows who I am talking about. But if you somehow have been under a rock for like a year, well, actually for 4 years, Carrie Lake was the weird Arizona, basically neo-Nazi who Trump was supporting last election.
oh yeah,
She did not win either times, and she is a perpetual L taker. But you have to see her advertising because she's rich. Sorry.
listen, you're gonna have to go ahead and keep all politics out of this Star Trek themed stuff.
Other
Get
way
out of
around.
Wait.
Inside is silver and the outside is gold.
Wait. Are you telling me that this show is political?
No.
It's not like it was a
Not even
huge
once,
deal.
baby.
The Star Trek never had any political messages.
Not even once. What is a man? Never heard of it.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, there was another thing that I was gonna mention. You had mentioned war topics. Yeah, like I know the YouTuber Dylan Burns. He basically does on the ground. He's done some on the ground reporting in Ukraine. He's had to basically half of the footage that he uploads gets immediately yeeted by YouTube because we deemed that this isn't appropriate. Sorry.
Yeah.
And even in videos where he's not really showing anything, there was one where he got shelled. Nothing was really shown that would be objectionable. But even that footage, which was mostly just shaky body cam, sorry, nope, that's against terms of service. Even though it is documenting a literal war crime.
Chad is demanding a
sorry.
turtle.
Yeah, it's really stupid. Especially if you, on the other hand, look at it that there are a lot of channels who don't care about monetization because they make their money in other ways, because they funnel people to their OnlyFans account, which get away with a lot of shit that should not be allowed, but no one cares because YouTube, it doesn't actually filter content. They only filter if you can make money from it.
Well, it's a little bit ironic too, because what it'll do is like once you're big enough on YouTube, you don't have to care about YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
Right? You basically use YouTube to move your audience around, and once you've moved your audience around, you don't have to worry about it as much. And so as soon as you don't have to worry about it as much, you're not concerned about whether or not you're getting YouTube advertisements, right? So it gives you that freedom, but YouTube has to be promoting you enough to get to that point in the first place, and then you can stop caring. But by then, because YouTube, the company, doesn't actually have any control over it, and they don't have any control over their advertising, it's actually too late. So
yeah, and that is one thing that they actually managed to prioritize in the algorithm is if your video is demonetized, then the algorithm also deprioritizes.
But they also have an algorithm that they don't understand and can't control, deeming whether or not something is and is not appropriate.
Yeah.
Which it can't possibly understand.
I've heard from games YouTubers that there's also like a huge issue of copyright abuse.
There's also that. Is there
the
anything else
whole
that needs to
system
be...
is kind of fucked in the sense that more or less everyone can put in a copyright claim, and there are whole companies that just claim a lot of music and other stuff that they technically don't have any right to, but to prove that, you have to have a judge look at it, and that is so expensive and so prohibitive that no one can afford it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, there was someone who could afford it, and that was Bungie. Like a few years, oh geez, how long has it been? Like 3 years ago. A lot of Destiny 2 content was getting falsely flagged by this one company pretending to be Bungo, and they decide, yeah, no, sorry, you flagged our videos, so you're gonna die now. Give us 66 million. Or
I need to
there
grab
was
the
some
next
number,
character.
Yeah.
Like the audacity to strike the company that makes the product while impersonating said product.
Yeah, but there are companies where that's basically their whole business model, is to claim shit on YouTube and say, nah, it can't stay online, we just want to get the money for it, and they live off of that.
Yep. Can confirm is a thing that happens. I don't know. I'm just one little
It's-
guy.
It's also a problem that there are really no usable rules for game content, because it makes sense that I can't just stream a song or a video of a movie or a TV show or something on YouTube, even if I'm making reaction content. I'm not a fan of that. But if someone is playing a game, they are actually doing something. I can't just watch a game on its own. That doesn't work. But there are no real rules how that works. And yeah,
Well, and that
if
also
someone is
kind of
just
depends on the
playing
game.
a
You can...
very linear game without making any commentary, I also think that should not be allowed. But if I can't replace the stream by playing the game myself because it's not the same experience, then I think it should be possible to do that. But other than basically getting a judge to look at every single case every single time, there's no proper way to establish how that works or not works. And then you're basically relying on the goodwill of some companies, and some companies say, yeah, you can stream our games, and we even have a streamer mode where we
I think you could
music in the
establish
game.
that, but you would actually have to have YouTube hiring large numbers of people to actually go through and review the content. You could make an internal policy for that. Joshua for 5 said, I once mashed together the end credits song from Dune by Toto with Whale Song. That sounds great.
That
Yeah,
is a
YouTube
choice.
could establish a policy if they were willing to pay to put in the money and the manpower, but that again, they are not willing
What's
to
the
do
goal? I don't have anything to offer, but it'd be cool if I did. 10 super chats. I could break out my hot sauce if you guys want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
just
Should I
realized that,
punish myself with pain for Dapper to make money?
That's on you.
I know it's on me. I'm asking.
I'm-
Oh my god.
Well, I'm just saying that you need to make that decision if you want to do that.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, Cheshire, you're an adult.
Yeah, well, I'm known for never making decisions ever.
Technically, perpetually 17 years old.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot.
Teehee.
The only 17-year-old who can show up in court.
People have been ostensibly accusing me of bullying, like, Osmongold and Vic Mignogna, and I'm like, what?
You are aware that that's not how it works, right?
Me? I don't know if I know that. That's just what I've been told.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Didn't you know that the evil Polish have been bullying the German Nazi Party in 1938, right?
I don't know. That sounds fake.
Wait, you're not allowed to bully the great unclean one?
I don't think I'm
he's
bullying in the
the
first
only one
place.
that you are allowed to.
I feel like I almost
now-
need to do a video
now you-
defining bullying. Like, what is bullying? What is racism? What is the
Also,
bottom of the barrel?
I'm pretty sure that compared to the real Nurgle, Asmongold is only a lesser unclean one.
I think the great horned rat would like him a little bit more. Though I think that's too much of an insult to his Skavendom.
So the character I'm
So-
working now is the second in command. This is going to be Jordan's character. For anybody curious.
Looks
Jordan's
pretty
getting his
good.
gender bend on. Are you using this philosophical definition of bullying? What the fuck? The philosophical definition of bullying. Why is she mirrored? Because I wanted to be able to mirror it in fucking my thing to make sure it's even. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my
We're not allowed
god.
to use a mirror in Star Trek
No.
Oh, okay.
because
happens.
then the mirror universe shows up. See?
Exactly.
Black Mirror?
And you,
Okay,
you have a problem.
What would a Black Mirror episode of Star Trek look like?
Just
Uh,
an
I
episode of
think-
Black Mirror.
I think Star Trek is too far in the future for Black Mirror.
Really?
It would,
Because the general idea of Black Mirror is that it could be next year. It could be right around the corner. It could happen to you. And I don't think that fits Star Trek. Star Trek has always been that is far, far away where we want to end up someday, but we are not there yet.
So are you telling me that Star Trek is too hopeful to to have a Black Mirror episode?
Have you looked at the world right now?
No. I turned my brain off. I gave up.
Wise choice. But yeah, Star Trek is too hopeful to be a Black Mirror episode. That's the whole point.
Yeah, at this point, the most hopeful outcome is the Halo timeline, and even then, that's a stretch.
Yeah, maybe. Who
That
knows?
is all.
The Super
Big
Soldier
stretch.
timeline.
I think the problem is that even something as grounded as The Expanse can only work if we find an efficiency modifier in our propulsion technology that is basically impossible. The Epstein drive in The Expanse is, I think, something like 4,000 times more efficient than the best plasma drive that we have right now.
I'm sorry, the Who drive?
Epstein. And yes, he didn't kill himself, but other Epstein.
Oh god, we just got Dapper's channel marked as disinformation.
Oh, just now? Is that just now?
only, yeah. Just
Oof.
now, apparently.
I'm pretty sure Dapper was already mad at us as soon as we started talking about fucking Steve.
Yeah, that's the real reason he came in here. Listeners, that is a joke. That is not the real reason.
Yes, for legal reasons, this is a joke. Also, for jokey reasons, this is illegal.
Listen, there's a lot of things that aren't illegal that definitely should be illegal. I also think there are a lot of things that are illegal that shouldn't be illegal, though.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
the law is not morality.
That's too high.
That's very, very important. Which is always a funny thing when people try to argue, on the one hand, that laws can only exist because we have the Ten Commandments in the Bible, and then try to argue that morality can only exist because we have the Bible. And I always think, but those are literally opposed to each other. That doesn't work. Either something is moral based on those things, or it is legal. It can't be both.
I think that
That's it.
that's it.
You think?
You
Therefore,
should immediately be calling me out for lying. Her delta
what's
is
the
too
thing?
high. I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe a
You're
bit.
talking about this thing? The thing I haven't done yet? Leave me alone! I'm making you do the next one on your own.
I am within, Dapper is within bonking distance. I think Ceratosaurus can move pretty fast. I don't know.
This is nonsense. Man has no faith in me. What is this?
He has no faith in you. He has evidence.
Oh, fuck off.
As long as it's not evidences. Why the fuck
Evidences.
are all young Earth creationists breaking grammar rules?
Grammar's for nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Look, the sooner I tell you, the less you have to correct it later, and I nag you later. If I tell you before you even do it, then I never have to correct you.
Dapper, you're trying to
This is
assassinate
a
me on the
win-win
street.
scenario when I tell you to fix it as soon as possible.
Have you thought about the fact that maybe Chesh has an art shame kink?
And you know what, Tesh?
Every artist.
If that's what it is, if you just really get off on people telling you how to fix your art, let me know. I can do that.
My God, I'm retiring.
Make her nose more wrinkly.
But yeah, the sooner I tell you, the less likely it is that I'm going to have to complain about it later. And you know I will.
So, to be fair, we all know
You
Chesh
will.
will forget in 5 minutes.
Well, you guys won't.
Maybe.
I'm going to continue enjoying having Friday evening off.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, mostly.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna go get myself a drink.
All right.
Are you
Was
Yeah.
that Dapper? You said you wanted to play Alien?
I do actually want to play Alien. I want to play Alien. I want to play Tales from the Loop. I want to play Wrath
Yes.
and Glory. I want to play a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm
Pro-
an Alien
I
Fire
think-
Team.
I think you have the same problem as I have. The week needs like 3 more days, and the weekend
Yeah.
needs at least 1 more day, and then even then I couldn't play everything I want to play.
Well, I'm okay with like some one shots here and there if we can't do like full campaigns. In fact, I might be brainstorming a Wrath and Glory one shot.
That sounds good.
How do y'all feel about Aspect Warriors?
Oh,
They
boy.
are a very interesting concept. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
As
I
long
mean,
as we
I
don't
have
talk
the
about the
pre-made that's My Little Pony, Power Rangers, Transformers, and GI Joe.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bit of a nightmare if I'm being honest. Although I
I
do
have
hear
the-
that the Essence 20 system was improved for the subsequent games that were published.
Yeah. I have the
I have
Cone
heard-
Finder core rulebook.
I have heard nothing but good things about the My Little Pony version, which
Well,
is
that's good.
weird, because that fan base is very picky.
Man, I like how she's starting to get like Hillary Clinton level shoulders.
Well, she's part Romulan. You got to have those square shoulders.
Dapper, you almost made me just spit Coke Zero onto my new laptop.
Oh,
Sorry.
that sounds like a you problem.
All right, I'll get out of here. Good luck, Chad.
Hi.
If
See
she
you,
ever
Dap.
comes back. Hmm. So
Yeah,
how
chat,
was everybody else's day?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I had the day off from work, and wifey and I would have been here earlier, but wifey and I were editing YouTube videos for our channel. We officially have our first video up. It's just our intro, but it's up. That's the thing.
I figured you weren't here because of Valentine's Day, but I guess
No, we don't do Valentine's Day.
that's fair.
We went and had blood work done today. That's how our Valentine's goes.
Well, I
I
mean, hearts
think
and blood.
red is
are-
romantic. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, hearts were involved.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat. If you get to the super chat goal, I will go get my fat orange cat and make him purr for you all.
If you double the super chat goal, I will grab my boyfriend's dog, who is across the room from me, and I will wiggle him in front of the camera.
I'm gonna unmod Dapper on his own channel, and I'm gonna ban him.
Yeah, I have no pants on, so I can't do any
Hostile
like
takeover.
on camera cats tonight.
The hell?
Manya coming to the rescue.
When is Manya gonna join into a session? It's the question.
When she gets like
I
20 minutes, she
think,
doesn't even have a computer right now.
Yeah. So I
Wait,
think
who ate her
it
computer?
might be problematic with time zones and shit.
I think
There
technically
are no
it's
time zones in space.
8, 10 a.m. for her right now, maybe.
I'm in a Pathfinder game where we have one person in Australia and one person in Japan. And I'm in Germany, and another player is in Sweden. So we are basically in the middle of Europe. And then we have one player who is on the west coast of the U.S. And finding a time slot is fucked up.
Yeah, the fact that Dapper got all of us, like, especially the handful of us that are also YouTubers, all on a Friday night is actually, like, insane.
When I was
Like, it's
streaming on
actually
Twitch, I
insane.
tried so hard to make sure that my streams didn't overlap with Dapper's, just so that I could watch his shit. I finally had to just give up. I'm like, no, I either have to not stream or I have to stream with Dapper's. So I'd be streaming, playing games, and suddenly start busting up laughing over Dapper's stream, and have to be like, sorry guys, I'm also watching this other stream because I'm not gonna not watch his stuff.
That's funny. I have I try not to stream when Dapper does, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Especially with like the way Debate Hub is, it's very much reliant on the availability of the guest as opposed to me. But
yeah,
the whole timing thing was one of the various reasons why I actually had to leave, because despite me and Dapper being in the same time zone, I have a lot going on.
Yeah, you got a pretty crazy schedule going on, so like that makes sense.
Mine this semester is a little bit better, but even then, it's still like a huge effort, so it wasn't really possible, unfortunately. I mean, you didn't lose much. I was everyone's least favorite character.
Careful, Dapper. I'm gonna pull a Kyle and ask for the channel for SEO reasons. There's a
like going to acquire.
I mean, time zones are the thing that kills me. Isn't that like we all have? It's that there's so many of us, and it's Friday night. Like Friday night. Like, how did you pull that off? How did you get all of us for this? I have no idea.
I mean, I have no life, so that's why I'm here.
And I don't know why or how, but yeah, I didn't have any other things to do on a Friday night for some weird reason, but it just happened.
This used to be my night for the indie table at the local game store. This is when I would be down at the game store as a paid dungeon master. But I gave that up just so I could be on Dapper's Power Rangers.
Yeah. Though I have to say that actually is a problem, because the weird game with the scheduling conflict that I talked about is normally on Saturday relatively early, so that the guys in Japan and Australia can go to bed before midnight. That when we played Power Rangers, we normally never ran over 2 hours, but with Star Trek we have been going to like 5 or 6 in the morning, which can be a little bit hard on my sleep schedule when I have to get up at 10 in the morning to get ready for the game.
What's a sleep schedule? Never heard of one.
He's back.
Oh, he's gone again.
And he's not back.
What did I mess up this time?
He came back just for the threat of being back.
Oh, okay. How do the guys in the C-tops put on the uniform? Thierry, that's a you character.
Tractor beams and modern technology.
Tractor beams?
Yeah, if you don't have hands, you use modern technology, and in Star Trek that is tractor beams and pressor beams.
I have a different question. Is their uniform made of the same material, or is their uniform made to be more comfortable in water?
It's definitely not made of the same material, because it has to be waterproof and shit, so it's probably some kind of neoprene or spandex.
Wait, would it have to be waterproof? Cause oh wait, no, that's only amphibians in particular. Never mind. I'm thinking about my area of expertise. Forgive me.
The thing is, it doesn't have to be watertight, because a cetacean wouldn't mind getting wet, because normally they would, but yeah, they are wearing it all the time in the pool. So it
Is
probably
the ocean
wouldn't
wet,
be.
though?
If water is wet is a very complicated topic that we probably should not start discussing, but if you are living
I
in the
will throw
water, then you're
hands.
definitely getting wet.
I will throw hands.
This is where Dapper justifiably joins in and then kills me.
But he's not a linguist, so.
He may be cunning, but not a linguist.
But yeah, I at least would assume that the cetacean uniforms are made of some kind of material that works well in water, while the normal Starfleet uniforms are not.
I would imagine the normal Starfleet uniforms are like water resistant, but not like waterproof. So they're
I mean,
like
at
some
that
kind
point,
of like.
they're all plastics anyways. They're fine.
I like the idea that it's all canvas.
That
It's all burlap.
That is also another thing. It would make sense, and at least some of the stuff that is in the rulebook and in the lore is some kind of high-tech material that has advanced properties. But yeah, of course, the costume department is just going to use cloth like everything else. So
Yeah. So fun neoprene fact. You know how like they make like game mats and play mats out of neoprene? I bought a roll that's purple on one side and black on the other. My main table I play with at the house is 10 feet long and 4 feet wide, and the entire thing is one neoprene purple top.
that sounds good.
It is fantastic. Apparently, Dapper has promoted me to official uniform inspector here, so we got to make sure that we get the red stripes on the sleeves.
Yes.
I don't know
I
what
have
you're talking about.
stripes. Josh is like, you know what? Yeah, since Dapper said it, no, it's going to be 3 stripes, and they're going to be like green and yellow.
Yes. One green, one yellow, and one purple. And yeah, technically there is an undershirt, but I don't think it.
Oh yeah, Dapper,
One-
we got a new goal here. We got to get 50
Hard-
chats in order for Dapper to leave the goblin alone.
Well,
Fifty?
considering we've got
More
about
like
half an hour
150.
left to stream, good luck.
So while
If
you
you
guys are all
care
sitting
about
here,
my
we're-
well-being,
Yeah. While
You'll
we're
get us
watching
there.
Chesh draw, after we finish Lexington, when I run Alien for you guys, Tiri, you said you wanted to do the, you want to be the company man?
Yeah, if no one else really wants to play him, I would like to, yes.
Did
I
anybody
think-
else that wanted to play have an idea of a character? Something they wanted to do out of the pre-mates?
And keep in
I do
mind,
not.
if you get your premate killed fast enough, you can take over the cat.
Sadly, the cat's only in the 3rd arc, and we're playing the 1st arc, so there's no cat in
Probably
this
we
one.
won't get there, yeah. Boo!
Dabber wants to be the alien. Yeah, spoilers.
No.
Spoilers, no spoilers. I won't actually say it, but they handle the alien very well in this one. I'm actually. It's something that a lot of people gave them some flack for, but I actually like the way they did the alien in this one.
What I found really cool in the cinematic adventures is that they, at least from what I read, they basically say the android is assigned at random, and you play your normal character, and at some point the DM just tells you, you are the android now.
So it can definitely be done that way. The way the game starts, everybody will pick a character. I will give you your character sheet, and I will give you a little card, and that card tells you like, this is your character, this is like their motives, this is their goals. Like one of them's like, hey, this is your your roughneck, he's your mechanic, and he wants to get money to go back and help his sick brother. That's your goal that only you know. Well, what happens is, if I want you to be the android, when I hand you that card, I will also hand you the android card, and you are also now like, okay, cool. So I'm pretending to be this roughneck, but I'm actually this android. That's how they handle the secret android.
Makes
And
sense.
you'll play off of the regular character sheet. You'll just get the regular character sheet, and when it gets revealed that you're the android, you'll just add 3 to 2 of your stats, whichever 2 you choose. Which, I mean, of course, you're going to take strength to rip people's heads off, but you're going to add, you're going to add your 3 to 2 stats, and that's from that point in time on, you're the android. But it's up to that point, you just play it like a regular character. And again, if the DM wants to, which it's actually GM, it's the game mother in that one, you can just not tell everybody like, oh yeah, there may or may not be a secret android, and even you don't know.
That makes sense, actually, yeah.
But
So
yeah,
what I'm hearing
anybody,
is we stab everyone to find out who bleeds cum.
yeah, who bleeds white? In my home game, they randomly started calling one of them, one of my players started calling them milk bloods. So for the whole thing, it was milk bloods. Where's the milk bloods?
There's something special when
That's
you're
like a
playing
Skyrim
like a
insult.
campaign and somebody invents a racial slur.
Yeah.
I had somebody do that in a
Yeah.
game of mine. They were playing
Even
a
Thanos
goblin.
didn't get that far.
Yeah, they were playing a goblin who didn't like goblins. And they screamed at my character because they were like, I'm not a goblin. And I was playing a Warforged, and my Warforged was like, well, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it's probably... And he interrupted me and screamed, I ain't no goddamn gib. And I'm like, well, that's a new slur for goblins.
Oh, yeah, gib.
That's good.
Yeah, my Alien home game was fantastic. It lasted for like a year and a half. It was absolutely amazing. I intentionally made Wayland Yutani not the bad guy, just to throw my players off, and I just loved it because they kept avoiding Wayland Yutani, every Wayland Yutani quest. Anything that had Wayland Yutani, they were avoiding. And I'm like, yeah, those aren't the bad guys this time, and you guys don't know that. And I had, just for shits and giggles, I had made Siegson, who's like the knockoff Wayland Yutani, I'd made them the bad guys. And they went to Siegson immediately, and they're like, "Oh, yep, nope, we're Siegson. We're signing up with Siegson. We're signing contracts. We're going to do all these jobs for them." Like,
something metagaming.
They are the underdog. They have to be the nice ones, right? Yeah.
Turns out your players learned very quickly that there is no ethical consumption under capitalism.
I
Yes.
continuously put my players in situations where they are like trapped in their own player agency.
Yeah, you put them in the situation of 50 gold.
Well, you put them in a situation where whenever they made a choice, they already made the choice. The choice has already been made. They already did it.
I'm running a D&D campaign right now, and every time I give them a major choice, I've already figured out what the consequences for the actions are, and then I just roll those into. I don't pre-plan the campaign more than 1 or 2 sessions ahead, and
Yep,
so like
that's how I do it.
okay, cool. What are the consequences of this action going to be? So like one of them, they had manticores that they were just fighting, and I already knew like the secret for one of the manticores, and I already knew like what the consequences for the different like turnouts of the combat were. And then one of them cast banishment on the one that I had set up as being like a secret. I'm like, oh, I hadn't thought of this. Now I have to invent new consequences. Oh my.
I tend to build my world as
backstory out, so it works anyways.
I build my worlds out as sandboxes, so there's already stuff going on. I think I talked about this last time we were here, but I have like a one setup where the starting area is basically like a plateau. And it's not unsimilar to the idea of the way the plateau works in Breath of the Wild, where it's like everything that you need and everything that you want to do and everything that you could run an entire campaign and never leave this plateau. But there's a whole world out there, so depending on what you want to do, you can leave.
Yeah.
Maybe, if you figure it out.
Oh god, what was it? 3 or 4 campaigns ago, like I mean, it was years ago, I ran a Curse of Strahd campaign.
Oh god.
And there's a really creepy mayor in there. He's a burgomaster that just nobody likes him. He was really creepy, and I kind of hammed him up a little bit, and all my players hated him. And there was a session where we had like 1 or 2 players drop out last minute, and it was at my house. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna do it anyways. And like, we'll do a one shot. Like, you hate the mayor, cool. You guys are werewolves, and you get to try to infiltrate the town. And they did this whole thing where they were werewolves, and they were gonna infiltrate the town, and they were having all this fun. They were wrecking everything, and what I never, told them was, yeah, this is canon in the game you're playing. Like this isn't a one shot. You're still in the same campaign. You're just wrecking the town that's in that, So they found out next time they got into town and one of their characters was in there as an NPC. And like, wait, we instilled like werewolves. We like threatened the mayor. He's under our control. What?
I have I had players that were so incredibly fucking stupid. They found a cult of necromancers in the catacombs under a town, like a big town, like a major city. And they were like a well-established cult that were in the middle of doing like some sketchy stuff. And there was a Raven Knight that was in the town also because they were concerned that there was something going on. And they were like, oh man. And they broke in, caught these cultists, and the cultists went, wait, no, you don't understand. And they went, go on. And they explained what they were doing, and they went, oh, alright, sure. And then they left. But then they never told anybody what they found, and left the city.
Yeah, but
And so when they came back to the city, the whole place is overrun with zombies.
because they never told anyone, yeah. But
They never told
if
anybody,
you,
they just left it alone, and then they were like, hey, how come we didn't get any loot for anything? It's like, because you guys just keep leaving things uncompleted.
and don't finish the actual quest, yeah. But if you DM'd and read Curse of Strahd, you might find this really funny. When my group in Curse of Strahd came to Vallaki, the fortified town, the warlock shot Eldritch Blast at one person. Can you imagine which one person that might have been?
Strahd?
Oh, God, there's so many effective targets in that town. There's so many NPCs in that town that would be so bad to shoot at.
The mayor's wife,
Oh God.
which is the only innocent person in the whole town, and they killed her.
I mean, were her vibes off though?
All will be well.
Bold of you to assume anybody can
The-
die in
I'm
Barovia.
not trying to spoil anything, but I think it's like even the new version is like 12 years old now.
Athen
Yeah, you
gets
can't
it.
spoil Strahd at this point.
Don't
The
drive
mayor
the
is an
vampire
asshole.
queen's car
There are a
into the
lot of bad
vampire-infested
people in the
town.
town, but the whole plot is basically that the mayor's wife is very naive and thinks that everything that her husband is doing is for a good cause. And she's a little bit stupid and tries to organize a lot of charity stuff that doesn't really work, but she really tries her best. And my party came into town, watched the whole thing, and the warlock went, I know who's to blame. Bam! And shot the only innocent person in town.
I love it when
still
players
love
get
it.
way too confident. I had a player when 4th edition first came out. For anybody who played 4th edition when it very first started, the book that came out was The Lost Mine of Fendelver. And
Yes,
the
I remember
first
that.
encounter and the first like couple of encounters in that book are a meat grinder. They are so difficult, especially for like new players and level 1
Or
characters.
new players and first level characters.
Yeah.
If you have a little bit of experience, you can cheese a first level character, but if you don't know how the game works, then
Yeah.
one
Well, and
wrong
nobody
attack can
really
just
knew
kill
how
you.
it worked, right? Because it was brand new. And so I had some players that had played 4th edition, and we were like, okay, well, let's test this out. I'm just going to run it by the book. Here's some pre-made characters, and let's go. So I run the encounter, and the first encounter is like there's a dead horse and a cart, and the guy you're going to see is clearly missing, and there's some bushes on the side, and it literally describes it as obvious ambush is obvious. And I say this, and one of my players is like, okay, well, I'm the rogue. I'll go and be stealthy about it and check it out. And then one of the other players who decided who got the wizard, who had a higher insight and had a higher I think it was just regular insight. He put his hand on like 3 hit points. He put his hand on the rogue's shoulder and said, no, hold on a minute. I'm better at this than you are. As a character, this character had no idea what they are and are not good at. They had no clue. So he walks out, goes towards, and then gets ambushed immediately. He gets crit. He gets hit for his full hit points, then he gets crit, and he loses 2 death saving throws, and then I made them all roll initiative, and he got to go in initiative before the cleric. So he rolled and failed his death saving throw, and he was dead. And then he got mad and left. And I'm like, yeah, we're
So-
just learning how this game mode works. And
That was
in
the very first
retrospect, I should
encounter
have
that-
had him going at the end of initiative. Like, he shouldn't have rolled initiative. He should have just been at the end. But at the time, it was really fucking funny. In my defense.
So
Ah!
when I got my friends to play 5th edition, the starter set originally was the Lost Mines of Phandelver. So that's actually the very first thing I got to DM. And I did the Goblin Ambush, and I rolled to see how well they did their ambush. And my very, very absolute first DM roll, my players rolled absolute trash, so I gave the Goblins advantage. I did my very first DM roll ever, and I rolled Snake Eyes.
Yay.
Sometimes it happens that way, yeah.
I roll trash all the time.
Oh,
There was one
yeah.
time I did a encounter where they got ambushed at night by like some Durgar in dark, and the Durgar could not hit them worth shit, and I just had them give up and leave. I was just like they're gone. They just left.
This plan didn't go
Like, they-
exactly our way. You
Yeah,
can-
they're aiming at these people that aren't moving, can't attack them, and they can't hit. Nobody's hitting anybody, and so finally I was just like, we've been rolling attacks for like 10 minutes, and you guys haven't hit me, and I haven't hit you. I think we're done.
let's call it a day.
Yeah, we're just- they're just
our, union hours were up.
Yeah, basically. It was like, this is
Look,
insane. I don't know what's happening,
even
but this is
the,
not... Whatever this is unreasonable. These dice are insane. Goodbye.
Even the funny Underdark dwarves have unions, okay? Come on.
Especially the funny Underdark dwarfs.
Yeah, they're unionized. They're all unionized. This is why
Swift Niblin.
everything is so slow.
The Durgar are either working on their own and unionized, or they are enslaved by something.
Yeah, mostly mind flayers.
Mind flayers, dragons sometimes, drow
No, they
sometimes.
usually have the Red
Oh.
Dragon enslaved. That's where Thimbershad comes from.
Depends, can be this way around or the other.
I have not saved once this entire time I've been drawing, and you can't make me.
Brave.
Oh, that scares me. Chesh, why would you do this?
Look, I didn't even save this guy.
Why would
Chesh.
you bring it to your computer's attention? Now it knows it needs to crash.
It knows. Do it. Crash.
Someone get
Yes.
Chesh.
Another
Don't actually.
YouTuber that I follow on their Discord just yesterday posted something that I'm now thinking of. That was like, do you
should
know?
say it.
Yes, you should. But do you know the feeling when you want to press Control S to save, but you slide one key over and you press Windows key and D, which is the key combination to close all your windows and go to the desktop?
I never save with a hotkey. I always save manually.
But I can
I
only
do, but I've also got a
imagine the
Stream
heart
Deck, so
attack.
my hotkeys are visual in front of me, buttons I can push.
I don't remember what nobody's giving me character names.
I did.
I gave you one. I said my character doesn't have a personality and a
Oh,
backstory
yeah.
yet, but they
You
have a
did,
name.
That's right. I take
My
it back.
character will be humanoid, will be a chief medical officer, so you could draw them from like the neck down. I mean, I just don't know what their face is going to look like.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
If you are the chief medical officer, this is important. In the timeline that we are playing, there exists a medical shotgun. Trigan couldn't have it because it's too much in the future, but you can
Trigan
have
would have been too powerful.
it. With the medical, definitely, yes.
I mean,
I like
could,
these, by the way.
yeah, I could totally
Just
be a
wanted to come and
packlet.
say that.
I could totally be the packlet for the Dapper would let me do that. I could be the packlet medical officer.
I would let you do that, yeah. I
You
don't
would
know if that's what
die.
you would want. Yeah, probably. What species are you thinking about? I don't even know.
I think
I was
I'm
thinking
making I'm
Betazoid,
causing
and
too
then
much
what was the name of
stress
the other
for
one? There's
people
another
watching
one
the
that's
stream.
mildly empath. I was thinking of.
Okay. I know Maddie wants to be a beta Zed, but we can have more than one.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking was I would take, if nobody else was, I would take the other one. God, what the hell race was it? They were in
Don't say Okampa.
I don't think it was Okampa.
I probably would outlaw Okampas because they're all minors, and that's not okay.
Illegal.
It's child labor. It's unacceptable.
What about Exocamper?
Ah, I get it.
All criticism
Also,
must
Josh
be in the
McGee's
form
for
of a
$5
compliment.
says, "For the goblin, please save." Well, we only need 49 more, and then I'll leave the goblin alone.
I think they want me to save the picture, I think is what they're saying.
Oh, well.
They're not trying to
that
save
too.
me.
Well,
We could also save the goblin.
Listen, there is no saving. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out for 1 second. There is no saving me. I appreciate the thought. Thank you. But I am too far gone. I have hit the bottom of the hole of stupid. And now I don't know what to do with myself. I've been like this for like a week and a half. I might be sliding into depression. I don't know what's happening. So I'm here doing art instead. There is no helping me. I appreciate it though.
I mean,
art is
I don't-
healthy.
I don't know what's happening, and sliding into depression is pretty much just a mood right now, where I'm at.
It's a vibe. Welcome to 2025.
Sliding
just
into
remember-
depression is
The sleeves have
when-
color bands on them that match the color of the undershirt.
I'm going to start screaming. And also,
You volunteered for this.
I did.
Okay.
And also,
Hey, Shush, I might
I'm
need your
just-
help for some art stuff later.
I keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man. For when he comes to town. Keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man. I'm not participating anymore.
Okay.
Do,
This is my brain
Do you
deciding that it doesn't want to
think
participate
the
anymore. We're keeping dirt under our pillow for the dirt man.
Sandman. Do you think the Sandman and the Spit on Your Pillow Man have a rivalry?
Oh, definitely.
My side character Ensign would be named 6 of 9. That's funny. I like
Nice.
that.
Why do I feel like that joke has been around for like ever?
Because it has.
Keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man.
I just recently watched a video about the Star Trek Voyager Elite Force first-person shooter game, and they actually modeled the high heels on 7 of 9 in the game.
That's hilarious. I didn't get a skin tone.
Dry green.
How am I supposed to draw this?
It's fine.
Shush, I'm in pain.
It's mid.
You're in Spain without the S.
Where on the arm is the little band, the color band, supposed to be? Because I don't think I did that on the captain either.
Like this.
Apparently, Manya's here.
So the undershirt is
Manya
red,
in
and
here?
then you have the color band on the black.
Good God.
Wahaha, hello.
Manya's appeared.
I let Manya in. Also, you didn't do it on the captain, but her hands were behind her back, so it didn't matter.
Oh, it's
Yes.
the wrist sleeveys. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes, as I said, you have the undershirt, and then you have the black jacket,
Hi.
and then you have the...
Hi.
Hashtag observer. Don't mind me. I don't have a camera at the moment. I don't want a camera at the moment.
Mani's got
That's
no camera,
alright.
Mani's got no computer, Mani's like, when are we doing Dumbfuck Friday? And I'm like, when you start existing. What do you want me to tell you?
On Friday.
On a
Nope.
Friday.
Don't sprinkle salt on my fucking wounds, you a-hole.
What, huh?
In my
Huh?
defense, I'm high on sugar.
Oh. Okay. I'm also gonna have to draw a Roomba.
Technically,
yeah, I have
you
to
don't
watch
have
Sal's
to,
video.
but yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that this works. I'm gonna go a little bit of Lazel on this. We're gonna go a little bit into the yellowy, but not too hard. We're not gonna lean too hard into it.
Mm-hmm.
Just make a
Lazel.
Simpsons character. Why
What?
not?
See, I told
No,
you.
you're
we
not
have
getting that. Ah!
I'm not getting a
No!
Simpsons character. I'm not allowed.
Manya comes in so she can start yelling at her cat on stream.
Yeah.
That's what you do with cats. Like, I haven't heard one of my
Yes.
cats. I have 3 cats in the house, and I haven't heard one in like an hour. That's
Concern.
suspicious.
That's suspicious, yeah.
Get
Oh,
you.
apparently wifey has one of. Oh, and the big orange one, the big fat orange one's behind me.
Question: does Manya know
Like
anything
with,
about Star
with
Trek?
children. If you stop hearing them,
Concern.
Aspettate tarde.
What?
Aww. You don't like my singing? You don't like the little dirt under the pillow for the dirt man? That's so sad. Hey, I saved the crew with my singing. With my teamwork. Our away team almost died. I sang us to safety.
So nobody but Thierry has any idea who they want to be for Alien. That's surprising. There's some really good characters in there.
yes.
Nope, sounds like
I
Puck's
bet
falling down
people
the
haven't
stairs.
even read it.
You alright there, old
Probably
man?
not.
Oh god, Puck fell down the stairs.
You good? Yeah, he's fine.
I'll just assign you all characters at random. I won't even limit it from that. I'll be like, oh, you know, this is the kid from like 3 other campaigns ago. You guys play as this one. Puck's such a cute.
Yeah.
I do
Yes.
love that Kid is an actual playable like class in Alien.
Yeah.
And it's fun when you make your character, if you follow like the character creation, everybody's like, yeah, roll a d6 and you have, d6 times $1,000, or hey, this character gets, 2d6 times $100, and the kid gets roll a d6. That's how many dollars you have. So if you're very wealthy, you could start with $6.
Dang.
Yeah. Whole $6.
Imagine having $6
But hey,
can't be me.
You get to roll twice on the critical injury table and pick which one you want. So that's good.
Josh, I
So
know
what is
you're
Mani?
referencing
Have
the
you?
song
Do you know? Oh, she's
Twice,
muted.
the,
I was gonna ask her if she knows anything about Star Trek. But go on.
Anya,
I think
what do
she's
you know?
currently in Mortal Kombat with a cat, but
Who knows?
I'm out here nice enough to draw turtles for people, and all I get back is bullying. So mean.
I
Yeah,
do
what-
know
what
about
did you
Star
expect?
Trek a little bit. I know the basics. Like, yeah. But I don't get to watch all that stuff now because life. So I might need a refresher now and then.
Yeah, I don't mean to imply that you have to know a bunch about it. I'm just curious what you do know.
Yeah. You might have to ask a couple of questions for you to gauge that because I don't remember. I don't know what I do. You know what I mean?
Prior to joining Dapper's Star Trek game, I had seen an episode like here or there, but I never actually like sat down and watched Star Trek. So I started watching Star Trek as homework for myself for the game, and now I'm like just systematically going through and watching all the Star Trek.
Talking about homework, my next semester started, Chesh. Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Yay.
I'm gonna get more unhinged tweets about word limits.
That is how it do. That is how the Manya
Yeah.
do.
I'm like 12 to 1, 12 night, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. night, morning. I'm just tweeting on Twitter. Oh yeah, it's 2,000, like what? It's 3,000 words. I'm just only 700 words. What's gonna happen? And then come back like 3 hours later. Oh yeah, I've like actually gone like 5,000 words now. So always the same story, always. And then Chesh is like, you are cruel. You are. She calls me like, what did she? A monster. She called me a monster for that.
Manya is some kind of nightmare creature.
I am.
She's out here to torture professors.
Yeah.
Yeah, she specifically appears behind me when I suggest cooking, and murders me.
Yeah, you just
Deserved.
I just murder you on the spot and then you heal and then you just wake up again and the cycle goes on and on and
Well,
on
you
and on.
haven't found my phylactery yet.
Yo, what?
That's why we have a
worry
necromancer
about it.
around.
He's a lich.
Yeah.
Oh, the glitch. Ah. Don't worry.
Manya keeps yeeting people out of existence with her bicycle.
It's
Oh,
either
yeah, I was-
bicycle or sitting on someone.
Yes.
Okay, so
We will not
is
talk about
is
that
the second in
someone.
command also red? Are we doing? Is this all red? Everything red?
Most of the time they should also be of the command section, though technically they don't have to be.
All right. Well, I can change it later if it's not red. That might be a question for either Dapper or Jordan.
Yeah, Dapper just flies in here. No!
Make it yellow!
I don't know what division Jordan wants her to be, but command would be the most common.
We will do
Look,
red for
if you
now.
get mauled by a Ceratosaurus, it does not matter what section you're in, your uniform is red.
This is fair.
Please don't joke about being mauled by a Ceratosaurus. I am the closest to him, geographically speaking.
I
Well,
mean,
then
I'm
don't
only
piss
one
him off.
state away.
Keep a little dirt on
Here's the
lip,
fun
little
fact.
dirt
Because I was a
there.
long haul trucker for as long as I was, if you live in the continental United States, odds are you've been within a couple miles of me at some point.
Makes sense.
I don't know what color this character's eyes are supposed to be.
My
Black.
cat, Chesh, Dr. Proton, he's so polite. I just gave him something to eat, and he knows he's gonna make a mess. He just went out in the balcony, picked it up, and took it to the balcony to eat it. I'm just like,
Oh, there
when
you
did
go.
this start happening?
Sharing with the birds.
I'm proud of him. No, because then I have to usually clean the crumbs that he leaves
Not
behind on the
let her
floor.
share with the birds.
But he just takes it outside, so I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just like, what? Stop
That's
it.
kind of cool.
Yeah. Like,
That's
when did
noise.
this happen? Maybe he's noticed that we have a separate bin for like all the organic stuff. So I think so he sees me taking out the leftovers or whatever to that. So he maybe that's how he
Yep,
got
might be,
trained.
yeah.
Mania's cat is very social, so I would not be surprised if he's picking up behaviors.
He is the best thing in
Keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt
And then my parents and then my brother and Chesh and blah 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 blah.
For when he comes to town. Keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt now. All right.
Chesh has got an earworm.
Mhm.
You got an earworm.
Just remember the spots go all the way down, all the way. Make sure there's spots all the way from the very top to the very bottom. Even though they're under the uniform, make sure that you somehow
Yes.
see them anyways.
Yes. You have to paint them underneath the uniform.
I can only say, having done like a few art commissions and things, sometimes some like clients are just the worst ever on things like that.
Yeah.
It does happen sometimes. Sometimes people are weird.
Yeah, and those people, you can throw bricks at.
Technically,
have-
you can't throw bricks at everyone, but yeah.
I have 2 art commissions right now that are 90% done, and my commissioners have just suddenly stopped contacting me. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna sit on these. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me if this sits in the unfinished folder.
Yeah, I can just live there.
Like, these were like a $20 and a $40 commission. I really don't care.
Yeah. It's not like it's paying your rent.
I just don't like chasing people around. I can't. I don't have the time.
Josh, that's not true. You chased me around with a giant mallet 3 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, but that was
Yeah, but
for
that's
my own
for fun, not money.
Yeah, I don't get paid for that.
That's goblin enrichment.
Yeah. Welcome to
Yeah,
the
to
Goblin
properly
Enrichment
simulate
Center,
goblins.
where bonk.
Yes.
All right. So until I have more details about this character, I think I'll probably stop here. We've also been live for, I think, our 2 hours at least.
Yes,
Yeah, we're just
it's
right at the
almost
2 hour.
full.
I'm psychic.
Oh god, she's a psyker. Quick, sacrifice her to the
don't-
emperor.
Don't think looking at the clock counts as psychic powers.
I think it does. I think you're just wrong about that.
Okay, sure. Maybe goblin magic works differently.
Booyah. Goblin magic. Booyah.
And my beer didn't explode.
Did you
I
put it in
win.
the freezer?
This is me winning.
Her
And that's how you get beer to the
successfully-
right temperature.
Her successfully not blowing something up is winning.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I guess I should save. All right, fine.
Yeah,
that's
probably,
the opposite of
especially
how
if you're
left
about to
and
shut
went,
it down.
Yeah, a few people might be upset if you don't save.
So next time, I
Next time,
believe
Roomba?
we have 2 more episodes of our standard game on Friday. So join us for that. Our last episode is going to be on the 28th, if I'm not mistaken, the last Friday in February.
Yes.
We also
Yes.
have the next one's not going to be for a little bit because we still got to finish all these assets, and the Dapper's going to take an actual break, probably, allegedly. We definitely believe him. Don't worry about it. You guys have
Someone
anything
is
going on that you need
going
to shout
to
out?
DM Alien.
That's
Yep.
me. I'm gonna DM Alien.
We got aliens coming. The
You guys
alien.
just got to figure out which characters you're gonna be.
Looks like Monty is looking to join us at some point. I have Maddie is going to be on my channel on Wednesday, which was supposed to be last Wednesday, but I got stormed out, so that'll be on Wednesday. I'm also going to be over on Low Energy Vids, but I've also got the Tavern, which Dapper will be on next Saturday. So, not tomorrow, next Saturday. But that'll be over on Debate Hub, and also go join me in figuring out what the hell I'm doing with myself on my regular channel. But I think that's everything.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming by. I guess we should
Thanks
go.
for drawing.
Very enjoyable.
Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye,
Bye.
guys.
You